How do you make the perfect pizza? Well, there are several essential components to making a perfect pizza, and two of those are ingredients and proper procedures. Now, for ingredients, you have to have the correct dough, you have to have the correct cheese and the correct pizza sauce in order for your pizza to taste right. And as far as procedures goes, you have to knead the dough correctly in order for it to be shaped right and look right. And you have to have your oven set to the right temperature in order for the pizza to be fully cooked. Now, so you can't have one of these without the other. You can't have the correct ingredients and you can't have the incorrect procedure. So say you have your cheese right and you have your pepperonis, you have your pizza shaped correctly and everything, and then you cook it wrong, well, it's not going to turn out right. And vice versa, you can't have the correct cooking procedure without the right ingredients because it won't taste right, even if it is fully cooked. And so why am I telling you this about pizza? And no, it is not because I currently work at Papa John's. It's because my life is similar in a way that it has many components that all work together that ensure that I'm successful. And you can't have just one without the other. They all have to be working together. And what these are, for me, is health, personal relationships, fitness, and academics. Now, for health, I used to not be quite as healthy. I didn't used to eat quite as healthy. I'd eat a lot of fast food growing up as a kid, a lot of sugary foods. And later in my life, as I started to care more about myself and my personal health, I moved on to more natural foods, started eating less fast food. And it created a big difference in my life, especially drinking more water as well, limiting caffeine, things like that. Health is a big one because it directly affects all other aspects of your life, and it's very noticeable. So the healthier you eat, the happier you are, and the happier you appear to other people. And that kind of ties into personal relationships. For that, I always have to make sure that my personal relationships are in check as far as with my family goes and with my friends. Because if you don't have personal relationships going correctly, then you don't really have anything. So I like to keep my circle tight, and as long as my personal relationship is good with my family, then that aspect of my life is going correctly. So fitness, number 3. I've always played sports my entire life. I've always been fit. I've always been able to run, work out. I love working out. I got big into lifting weights when I was in high school, and I've continued it on into when I'm in college. And it's helped me so much as far as with confidence, just makes me feel better about myself. You get a sense of accomplishment every time you work out and you set new records for yourself. And for that, that's a big part of my life because it gives me that confidence, gives me that self-worth, and helps with other aspects of my life. And so the 4th is academics. And if my academics aren't in check, then a lot of times it affects other things as far as my health. If I get behind in class, then I might say, well, I don't need to go work out right now. I got to get back on this assignment. I got to redo this, do this. And so it affects that aspect of my life. And then if those two things are going wrong, it might affect my personal relationship, let's say with my family, because they're not happy that I'm getting that I'm not getting good grades. And so that all just ties into each other. And so like the pizza, if one's working and one's not, it doesn't work yet. They all have to be working correctly. And so that's how you got to make sure everything's working in your life. And that's what I do. That's how I make the perfect pizza.